The burden of exile gets easy to bear. Sometimes forget there's cities down there. Woodsmen with axes, they come and they go. Snitch to the prefect about what they don't know. Smell the ocean breeze. We will never run out of trees under the radar, just out of reach. Among the thick woods, a mile from the beach. Yeah.
That was The Wooded Hills Along the Black Sea by the Mountain Goats off of their 2012 album Songs for Pierre Chauvin. This was actually their first album since 2002 to be recorded on a boombox. That was something John Darnielle had done before in the past when he was the Mountain Goats just by himself. He would record everything entirely on a boombox. So the first few albums sound like that. Then there's much better production in most of the later albums, but this was the year COVID happened, so he decided to sit down for 10 days and record an album on his boombox, just like the old days. Turned out to be a pretty good album, too. One of these days we're going to do the Mountain Goats tournament, but I think we might split the boombox stuff up with the studio stuff. It seems to make more sense to me anyway. I don't want to compare the boombox stuff to the studio stuff if the sound quality might harm it, you know. Darnielle's songs are really more about songwriting than they are about the sonics anyhow. Anyway, we're listening to that today because we have a song from the Magnetic Fields from 2020 up at competition today. Hi, my name is Bean and you're watching Battle of the Band. We're on day 25 of the Magnetic Fields Part 2 tournament, and that is match 19 in round 2. If you're new here and you're wondering what the Magnetic Fields Part 2 tournament is, let me explain. We took every single song that the Magnetic Fields released from the years 2000 to 2024 and we threw them into a single elimination style tournament. Now those songs are doing battle and head-to-head competition until we have one remaining in the end, and that's the very best song that the Magnetic Fields released in that time period. The reason we picked that specific 25-year time span is that we already had Part 1, that was the first half of their discography in the 90s. They had just a little bit too many songs to do in one tournament, so we decided to split it up. Today we're going to be starting off with Andrew and Drag, which was released on Love at the Bottom of the Sea in 2012. This song, according to Genius.com, is a return to the melodic synthpop sound that was characteristic of the band in the 90s, which it largely avoided during the 2000s. Lyrically, it's the story of a heterosexual man going to support his friend in an amateur drag competition, only to fall in love with that female illusion. Well, that's fun. We have heard this song once on the channel before. I used it to open up a Beach House video. Its competition today is You've Got a Friend in Beelzebub. Beelzebub is another word for the devil, I believe. This was released in 2020 on Quickies, their album filled with quickies, and this one is a very short song. There aren't any notes on Genius.com on it either. So we should just go ahead and get into these songs and see which one turns out to be better. Starting off with Andrew and Drag.
A pity she does not exist, a shame he's not a fact. The only girl I ever loved was Andrew and Drag. There is no hope of love for me, from here on I go stag. The only girl I'll ever love is Andrew and Drag. Andrew and Drag. Andrew and Drag. Andrew and Drag. Yeah. I don't know why I even went to and he's the only boy I'd shag. The only boy I'd anything is Andrew and drag. I'll never see that girl again, he did it as a gag. I'll pine away forevermore for Andrew and drag.
So Andrew only dressed in drag the one time. He did it as a gag. So that means this guy is probably in love with his heterosexual friend only when he's dressed up as a lady. It's pretty funny. It's a pretty funny song. Let's check out You've Got a Friend in Beelzebub.
You've got a friend in Beelzebub. He follows you round like a dog. You've got a friend in Beelzebub. He surrounds you with lightning and fog. You know more than you should about secret geometry. Belphegor and Baphomet have had you round for tea. You sometimes drop in unannounced on Lucifer and me, 'cause you got a friend in Beelzebub, a mixture of friendship and lust. Letters you've penned to Beelzebub have brought civilizations to dust.
I learned today it's actually Beelzebub. It is spelled that way too. I've always put the Z before the L. It'll hopefully be fixed down here in the... Well, it will be fixed down here in the song title when it's playing. I didn't know that. Pretty cool, like little moody song. Definitely not very substantial. It didn't have a whole lot going on besides like the piano and some like kind of ethereal sounds in the background. Great vocals. It was cool, but I'm gonna give that one to Andrew and Drag. I feel like that was just a lot more fun and something you could sing along to, and it made me laugh. It made me smile. And I think Andrew and Drag is pretty fucking hilarious. Like this video if you like the video, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Share with anyone you know who might be into this kind of content, and let me know down in the comments which of these two songs you would have chosen if it were you on the hot seat today. That's all the magnetic fields action we've got going for the day, but please join me in just a little bit when we get down with the Smiths tournament action of the day. Until then, I hope you all have a great night, fantastic afternoon, and a wonderful morning. Thanks for watching. Bye.